want to go to Brack or Tech?
Brack.
Tech.
Brack.
Brack. The other
Brack.
one always kills me with the fire.
Okay, Brack.
Yeah, fucking Crystalline Barrage. Yeah, you guys are friends. Alright, let's go ahead and get this trash.
It's a bad experience.
1 sec, I'm enchanting
I
it.
wanted to keep you warm and cozy during the cold winter.
Warm.
So, I mean, we got a bit of a late start, but we're making some good progress here.
Yeah, did you see how those other 2 bosses went down? Like if we've done it before.
What? We've done this
Like, some of us knew what we were doing.
Right?
Who does that?
Are we in LFR?
Oh, you know me, I just AFK in LFR.
You probably do.
I wouldn't doubt
I
it.
told you, we did that last time.
I did it once.
Yesterday?
If it was
Yeah.
LFR, we would have been done already. That stuff's stupid easy.
Yeah.
It's meant to be stupid easy.
Oh,
Just
hey,
to
congrats
get
on the achievement,
weird.
Doom.
And
I
then
didn't
none of
realize you
us
got
would
that.
have loot, because, you know, that's how LFR works.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh,
baby.
Rice, Reese, I just saw your cloak, man. I'm sorry. Ouch.
Oh, no, that's a tanking piece. No, tanking piece. I completely understand.
Oh yeah. I mean, even the
Yeah.
one that I'm using, it's like that's a tanking cloak. Where's my trap?
Alright, gonna try and pull him way back.
Do you want a misdirect pool, or...?
Hold on.
I'm so dumb. That was my fault. My liquid magma pulls, even if they're CC'd. Sorry.
Oh, we gonna lose mage? Alright. Focus on that mage.
I can CC it again. Okay.
Both mages out.
Get the mages.
Don't worry, guys. This is secretly, it's not even secret. It's like half the Tectus fight right here. This trash bowl.
You mean half a Brack fight?
I don't know what. I'm just so used to Tectus because, like, when we first started, it was no, fuck Brack. We're going to Tectus. Tectus
There's
is
nothing
going
but
down.
Texas.
Now it's like, fuck brat.
I get it. It's like we always get into groups where we have the mechanics spot on. Just the only thing that kills us is the moss.
Oh.
Well, that too. You can
So,
consider
whose
the
flamethrower
in-rage
did
kind
you
of whatever.
this
Just
time?
the deep.
Well,
But we have our raid attendant Doom. We have the Boeing.
we have the boings.
We brought the Boeing.
The fucking boing, you know, motherfucker.
Doom, remember, tone it down just a little bit.
What the fuck? What did I miss?
Oh no!
Well.
I think you killed Kiari, Chris. You flipped the giggle switch on.
You've broken it!
And our DPS is so good right now. From last raid is much better.
Yeah, we might actually kill this guy.
I'm crying.
I'm only like 633, and I've played my hunter like 4 times. I'm just like kind of clicking buttons right now. Are they like that stupid right now?
Here,
Hunters?
I'll put.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo! Cody!
What spec were you again?
Survival.
Yeah, I'm survival. Survival is stupid easy.
I like it. I like stupid easy.
Cody, that last fight, you actually beat me for damage by
I
quite a
know.
bit.
It's this goddamn trinket.
That goddamn trinket.
Like seriously, 1,743 multi-strike. That's just.
Retarded.
Gary, can you breathe now? Are you fine?
If I go get my bonus rolls, you explain this fight. Would you summon me back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Way to come prepared, Meg.
I got off work and sped home.
I've been home all day.
Quit your lying.
Yeah, I forgot about that, Meg. I'm sorry. Thank you for hopping on as soon as you could. I really appreciate it.
That's okay. You don't have to wait for me on Thursdays because I'm lucky if I get out at 5.
I want you to
Yeah.
go.
And not me. I was in bed sleeping. And finally woke up to my alarm.
Alrighty, alright. Reese, have you done the flamethrower mechanic on this fight yet?
Only tanked it and healed it. I've never. This is my first time DPSing anything in here, so.
Well, you're doing good so far, so it's all
If
good.
you tell me what to do, I will do it to 100% efficiency, though, so.
I'm going to ask you to pick up a flamethrower, and then I'm going to have my main man Cody here explain what you want to do with the flamethrower and how it's done.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Show him, motherfucker.
Well, pretty much with the flamethrower, it's really simple. Around the outsides, you'll see this nice green, viney-looking moss appear. You will use the flamethrower to burn it. It's a channeled ability, so you have to turn it off or it'll overheat. If it overheats, you have to wait 10 seconds before it starts to cool off. And that just sucks.
Alrighty, gotcha. So just, it's that lighter green coloration of what's on the side currently, correct?
Yeah. And if you let it go for too long, it'll keep being more and more in. When it gets to about here-ish, if it gets this far in, it'll literally start spawning wherever the fuck it wants.
Okay, so it's.
Usually right under the boss.
Yeah, usually right under the boss.
Does it only come from the water side, or does it come from the back
It
side,
comes
too?
from everywhere.
Everywhere.
It encompasses the entire platform. As soon as it gets about halfway in, like if you're looking at diameter-wise, as soon as it gets halfway in and it reaches that point, it'll just start to creep up and pop under the boss, and a little spot over here and a spot over here, and it just spreads out. Yeah, it sucks.
Okay, so are me and whoever else, are we just gonna, like, each take one side, or are we just gonna get it as is?
Pretty much as is. We're going to pop hero from the start, and everyone's going to get as much DPS as they can on the boss, so you don't have to worry about the moss too much then. But basically about the time that hero wears off is when you really want to focus on the moss. Moss will pretty much be your life. You want to make sure, I mean, luckily you're survival, so you can still get some pretty good DPS in there while you're working on the moss. When you use the flamethrower, you get a buff that increases your damage done as well as your damage taken, right, Cody?
What's that? Oh, yeah, when you burn the moss with the flamethrower, it gives you a buff. I actually read the buff. It's just a buff, not a debuff. It gives you a
Sweet.
buff that increases your healing and your damage done per stack of the buff.
That's a lot of buff.
It's a buff.
Alright.
So you want to take out as much moss as you can without overheating your flamethrower, get that buff, come back in, get some damage on the boss, go back out there, take out some more moss.
But make sure, if we say there's moss under the boss, get rid of the moss under the boss.
ASAP.
And Reese, I'll be honest, you're going to hear a couple of us calling out, Moss here, can you get this? Believe me,
Yeah.
we understand. There's only so much you can do with the flamethrower. It's a channel, it overheats, there's only so much you can do with it. You're still going to ask anyways, but no one's going to yell at you if you can't get to it immediately. It happens. It just, that's the mechanic. That's like a secondary enraging timer. Is it either you hit the enraging timer and the boss kills you,
Or the
Or-
moss kills you.
yeah, usually the moss will get to it first. And then once you get to 10 and a half or 10 minutes, that's when you hit the enrage timer. But
Alright,
moss will usually creep in about 10 minutes first, so.
So for this entire fight, all hunters have asked of the pack on, correct?
Aspect of the fail.
Right? That's how it works, right?
No, actually, when I'm doing
You
this,
get
I
bonus
use
rolls.
post haste. The talent post haste.
Kiari, my dear lovely healer, would you like to explain the healing assignments for the mushrooms, how we do that?
Yes, I would. We have 2 good mushrooms, 1 bad mushroom. The 2 good mushrooms are the green mushroom and the blue mushroom. The green mushroom we will heal up to full, and it will pop like a tranquility. Everyone will need to be around it to get the heals. We do not heal the green mushroom until right before infesting spores hits, and I will be calling that out. The blue mushroom, however, is your friend. It gives you a haste buff, and it will give you mana regen. As soon as the blue mushroom pops, we need to heal it and stack, and everyone gets nice, cozy, and friendly with it.
Third mushroom, the bad mushroom, is called a mind fungus. Very bad. Melee, burn. Technically, everyone should burn it, but melee want to jump on it because they'll be closer. It usually spawns like right next to the boss, right under it, so melee can just swap, tab target, take it out, back on boss.
Also, it's because melee don't have to cast anything.
Yeah.
So it's easier.
It reduces it. Well, it reduces attack speed too, but yeah.
But they have instant cast buttons, so it's easier.
Wow. So mind fungus. There's 3 kinds of ads. There are spore shooters, mind fungus, and fungal flesh eater. It's a priority system. Fungal flesh eater gets priority pretty much over everything. I mean, if we're dealing with a fungal flesh eater, mind fungus pops up, we want to get rid of that so we can maintain our DPS on the flesh eater. Spore shooters are at the last. If there's no flesh eater up, range DPS, all of you are going to burn the spore shooters. Just beat the snot out of them, take them out, back on boss.
And stand in front of the spore shooters.
No. We only want like 1 meat bag. What is it? There's 2 spore. 2 spore shooters that spawn. So who do you want for meat bags?
I can do a meat bag.
All right. Bubby's is not Bubby's. Okay, Doom's gonna be a meat bag.
What does the meat bag have to do? That could be a meat bag.
Just stand in front of the spore shooter. That's it.
The spore shooter shootout. It's a spore shot. If you ever play Planes vs Zombies, it looks exactly like a pea shooter spore shot, almost. Anyway, so the spore shot comes out, and whoever it hits, it detonates, and for like 8-yard range, does 35,000 damage or so to the raid, nature damage.
Yeah.
So you want someone to stand almost in front of the spore shooter, so it only hits them and not a group of people until it dies.
I can.
So I mean, if you're not facing it, or if you want to focus on it, whatever, just so long as one person stands in front of it, help mitigate damage from the raid. Now, fungal flesh eater is key. Bill already knows this. He's in here. I know he can hear me. So, fungal flesh eater is an ad that spawns every, like 45 seconds, minute, whatever. We need to burn them as quickly as possible for 2 reasons. Primary reason. The longer they're up, they get a buff. It increases their damage done, attack speed, and casting speed. Now, that wouldn't be so much of a problem because their damage isn't too bad, but they do have a move called Decay. At first, it's a moderate cast time, but as they get their stacks up, it becomes really quickly. We have to interrupt that, or it's like 80,000+. I think it starts at like 70, but it builds quickly into a massive AoE raid-wide nuke. There's nothing you can do about it other than interrupt it. The easiest way to do that is, well, before I get ahead of myself, the boss puts a stacking debuff on the tanks. We alternate between the boss and a fungal flesh eater if it's up, whoever's tanking whatever. Every 4 stacks, the debuff is called rot. Tim, you already know this. I'm just going over for clarification. Clarification for everyone else.
You're fine.
So, if a fungal flesh eater pops up and Tim has 3 stacks, I'll go over and grab it and bring it over. And then as soon as Tim hits 4 stacks, he'll call taunt off or whatever. Take the boss off of him. He'll take the flesh eater off of me. But the first tank to get on to the fungal flesh eater will be the first person to interrupt his decay. It's the easiest way to do this is have 2 people on an interrupt rotation and like a ranged DPS as a backup to call out, interrupt. Doom, you got silence, so something like that. We'll call it out because sometimes there'll be situations where he doesn't cast it right away, and then we'll tank swap, and then Tim's not right on him, and he's not close enough. We'll need to call out for someone to interrupt. But it'll be whichever tank got to him first, we'll interrupt the first decay. Bill, you'll take the second. Herkashank's on the second, and then we'll have Doom or someone else on the third, if need be. Well, not a third, but as the backup. But otherwise, it'll be the tank and Herka alternating between interrupts. Dude, actually, what am I talking about? We got freaking 2 shots. Sorry, I'm not used to having 2 shamans. So, but yeah, you guys can interrupt as well, right?
Yeah.
Was it Mind Shear or Wind Shear or something like that?
Wind shear.
Brilliant. So Zen, you and Cluster can win shear if need be. Isn't there like a